It's that time of the year again. It's the last video of the year, so let's look back at how 2017 has been for me on YouTube, which, to be honest, hasn't been quite perfect. My uploading throughout the year has been pretty off and on. At some points I haven't uploaded for weeks, or even more than a month at a time, and at some points I have been consistently uploading, and I have changed like 3 times what I try to do with the channel. Usually it takes me about 1.5 years to change that up, but this time I did it 3 times within a year or 2, depending on your point of view. We started the year very strong with a combination of Let's Plays and in retrospects. The first video of the year was a in retrospect on Final Fantasy X, immediately followed by in retrospect on Assassin's Creed. 2 very narratively strong games, and that's the direction I want to take the channel, and that's still the direction I want to take the channel. The issue with those games is generally narratively strong games are a little bit longer, and I can't keep up a pacing doing one of those every week. So later on in the video I'll get into what I'll be doing with that in 2018. Back at the start of this year, Pokemon Through the Years was still being uploaded weekly. Moving on, I was also doing some Harry Potter in retrospect, but at some point I just stopped doing those, and the reason why I stopped doing those is because I spent about 2 months trying to complete the Order of the Phoenix for PC, which is a really bad game. So if you have been wondering for months on end what my opinions are on that game, it's the reason I didn't ever get around to playing the 6th, 7th or 8th game in the series. So yeah, it's that bad. Why not skip it? It's a very good point actually. And of course, Kingdom Hearts 2.8 Final Chapter Prologue, I think it's called, and then 0.2 Birth by Sleep, a fragmentary passage. You know it's Kingdom Hearts, don't pay attention to the name, you know how this works by now. I did a review of that, and that didn't get nearly as much attention as I thought it would, to be honest. I thought, okay, this is a Kingdom Hearts thing, I'm gonna be very, very early on uploading this review. I wasn't the first to YouTube, of course, but I wasn't within the first couple of days, I do believe, and to this day it doesn't have a lot of views, and that's probably because everybody and my mum was uploading reviews at that point, and I just got pushed away by bigger channels, and my video probably wasn't as well SEO optimized as other videos were. And the same with Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. I uploaded that video, I worked on that for almost 2 weeks, a week and a half from the release of the game to my release of the video. I worked on that video non-stop. I played that game so much. It's a very long game. And I got 35 views as of me recording this, which that video actually is SEO optimized very, very well, because I did pay attention to that, but I guess the competition and the fact that I took a week and a half to make the video, because I want to make a well-informed video. I want to have completed the game. I want to have had time to formulate my opinion on a game before I make a video. I mean, I could just make a first impression the first day, or just put out the entire game in Let's Play format, which is financially more sensible, of course, and also in Watch Minutes more sensible, but I want to make the quality content, and I want to make sure that what I say in a video reflects what I think about a video, or what a video game. So yeah, the price of that is you don't make long videos, you don't make a lot of videos, and YouTube doesn't like you, so the algorithm doesn't really give you free views. Which means 35 views, which still is quite a lot compared to the other videos I upload, which are like 20, even though I've got 1,400 subscribers, I might add. YouTube's a rough place these days. Throughout the year, especially within the summer period, I uploaded a couple of top 10 videos, and some of those were more well-made than others, let's say, and some of those were a little bit more creative than others. But the thing is, top 10 videos usually really do well as far as SEO optimization goes, because top 10 videos is something people actually look for. Reviews and the retrospectives, people usually end up finding those without looking for them, but the top 10 videos people actually end up looking for, which guarantees way more views generally. And even though those top 10 videos might have not done very, very well as far as top 10 videos go, they still did fairly well as far as my videos go. So am I happy with those or not? I'm happy with the traffic it got, mate. I'm not happy with every single result I put out, and that is something that I want to make sure in 2018 and beyond. I only put out videos which I actually approve of. If I have an idea that like, I need to do this, I don't want to do it quickly. I rather push it back a week and go work on a smaller project, like for instance with my Rumble recently. It was a really small project because I needed the time for the video that came after that, because long videos, long games, I can't play in 1 week. I need to spread it out over 2 or 3 weeks. Meaning that I'll be playing a couple of games at the same time or working on a couple of videos at the same time. And one of those videos has to be a little bit of a smaller project. Pokemon Rumble is a very easy thing because as far as my opinions on the game goes, you can really formulate that within the first hour or so of gameplay, and after that it's just recording, and even that, it's not too long of a game. So it's very easy content. I mean, it didn't do very well, but I mean, at that point it's just mostly about consistency, and I still don't think it's a bad video by any means. It's just a simpler game, so yeah, the video is going to be simpler to make. Compare that to something like Sonic Adventure, which I made. Yeah, it's a bit more of a complicated game. It's got a lot of different gameplay styles. The story is all over the place, so I didn't even get too much into the story for Sonic Adventure, because where do you even start? And then compare that to something like Final Fantasy or Kingdom Hearts, which for one is a very long game. I mean, Final Fantasy X probably takes about 20 to 30 hours or so. Kingdom Hearts, if you watch the cutscenes, which you do, if you make a video, of course, it takes about like 15 to 20 hours. First time playthrough, it takes about double that, of course, but I've played these games so many times, I can speed through them rather quickly. Making videos on those games, you need to plan it out. You can't just do it within a week, especially since I like have a life and do other stuff besides YouTube as well with my life. I need to plan it out quite far in advance, actually. That's the reason I hesitate to play games that I don't know that well yet, because of two reasons. It's going to take me longer to play those games, and I can't be sure how long the game is going to take me. I can just look up at howlongtobeat.com, I think is the website, and it'll tell me, well, 8 hours. I might spend 4 hours, which in that case, I guess that's good, because that means I've got time left to work on other projects. Or it might take me fucking 15 hours, in which case I might have a little bit of trouble with the deadline. Doing these retrospects and reviews, something in between those two, that's a real issue I have been trying to work around. And I think I've gotten into a flow where I can actually like plan things out and predict how long the game is going to take me, and based on that, schedule it somewhere it's gonna fit, and schedule something smaller in front of it. Doing Let's Plays, I didn't have to do that because I just sat down, played a game. After about 15 to 20 minutes, I called an episode, I upload that episode. It doesn't matter how long the game is, the only thing that's gonna change based on how long the game is how many episodes I'm gonna have. In which case, does it really matter? If people watch it, people will watch it, and it's a well-known fact that a first and a last episode of the Let's Play series gets generally watched more, so in that sense it's better to have a lot of short Let's Plays. But if people actually are invested in a Let's Play, you want to keep it as long as possible. Not that I do Let's Plays anymore, so it's a little bit of getting used to this new format. And also the top 10 videos I'll be doing in the future, I won't be doing them very regularly, I'll be doing them as a special thing. I won't be replacing a retrospect upload with a top 10 video like I would have usually done in the past. It'll be like once every couple of months or once a month or whatever. Just whenever one is done, I'll be uploading a countdown list, a top 5, a top 10, a top 22, and it'll just be out there. I have briefly done a series, a spotlight on. I stopped doing that because I found myself actively looking for games and not being able to find anything good enough, so just settling with something that's decent. And I didn't want to do that, so maybe later on in the future I'll be going back to that when I have more time to look for games. But for right now, I'm going to put that to the side and focus on in retrospect, because that is what my channel has always been based on, retro-ish games. Of course I do play newer games. I mean, Kingdom Hearts isn't quite retro, and Final Fantasy depending on which version you play, but I myself prefer like Final Fantasy X, Final Fantasy IV, but the DS remake, which is now on Steam. So those are not quite retro, but other than that, a lot of retro games like retro platformers, lots of Disney games, all that kind of stuff, retro-inspired games. I think about Super Meat Boy, which is a hardcore platform, but definitely retro-inspired. The Binding of Isaac, very retro-inspired. I haven't done a lot of Isaac content, granted, but it's a game I very much enjoy, and I've got about 400 hours in. So after going through periods of uploading less and not uploading anything in the entire month of June this year, late October I came back with a Retrospect video every single week up until now. If you count this as a Retrospect video. I mean, it's titled In Retrospect Vlogergames 2017. It's a bit of an iffy title, I am fully aware, but YouTube algorithms. And that's been 2017 in retrospect, but I do want to go ahead in the future a little bit and talk about 2018, what I'll be doing. I've talked about it a little bit already, but I want to compress it into this last part of the video real quickly for you guys. I'll be uploading a retrospective every single week on Wednesday, like you're used to. I mean, same day, same place, same upload time, nothing's going to change about that, it's just going to be different games because every week is a different game, of course. And the first upload of the year is going to be the start of a somewhat big project for the channel, which is a Kingdom Hearts retrospective series. Starting with Kingdom Hearts 1, which is going to be uploaded exactly a week from now. Kingdom Hearts 1 in retrospect, and then we'll be going through the entire series, Rechain of Memories, 358 Days Over 2, Kingdom Hearts 2, Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, Kingdom Hearts Recoded, Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance, and by the time we get there, Kingdom Hearts 3 will get a full review. Probably it'll be a couple of months in between because there's like 7 games because I'm not going to go into Kingdom Hearts Key. So it's going to be 7 months because it's going to be the first Wednesday of every month is going to be a Kingdom Hearts video. 7 months, and then Kingdom Hearts 3, if it's being released in 2018, which it should in theory be, I don't think it's going to be in the summer. I think it's going to be like holiday season, because that would make a lot of sense. People have been waiting for this. I think, honestly, releasing this game whenever would sell very, very well. So it doesn't really matter, but that's that. And then there's going to be a lot of Spyro in the foreseeable future, some Rayman stuff. This is going to be, hopefully, some more Disney games. I'm running out of them, so I need to go get some new ones and some random games as well. I have planned videos up until halfway through February. I haven't recorded most of the footage yet. I have finished the Kingdom Hearts 1 video, which is going up next week, and I'm quite away, and Kingdom Hearts Rechain of Memory video, and tomorrow from recording this, so that's like 2 weeks ago from you watching this, I'm going to start at a Rayman, which is Rayman 3 obviously, because I've already done Rayman 2 to death video, and there's going to be some Spyro, which I'm not quite sure which game I'll do first yet, but I've got ideas about that. So there's going to be a lot of exciting stuff happening, especially the Kingdom Hearts series. That's going to be a very long series of rather long videos for my retrospectives. And after the Kingdom Hearts thing is done, I might actually get into some Final Fantasy games. Who fucking knows? For now, I hope you guys all have a fantastic 2018, and I might be part of it with my channel and my content. Hopefully I am. Maybe I'm not. Maybe this is the first video of me you're watching, which will be really awkward and really weird. But until next week with Kingdom Hearts 1 in retrospect, I'll see you all later. Bye.